Desert Willow Wolves, will you please rise and join me for our Pledge of Allegiance, moment of silence, and of course, your classroom purpose statement. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Now please join me in our moment of silence. Thank you. Now please take a moment for your classroom purpose statement. Thank you. You may be seated. Happy Monday, everyone. Today is March the 30th, 2026. And for lunch today, it is a chicken drumstick with mashed potatoes and a biscuit. And for breakfast tomorrow, it is a cinnamon roll with cream cheese icing or strawberry yogurt and crunchy granola. All right, I have 3 students celebrating their birthday today. A very special happy birthday goes out to Maya, who is in Mrs. Cole's class, Gemma, who's in Miss Matthews' class, and Alyssa, who is in Miss Mesa's class. I hope you all have a wonderful birthday. All right, let's talk attendance on Thursday. So at my attendance on Thursday, we know we have the students versus staff March Madness competition. All right, so before I get to our overall attendance percentage and show you kind of where that landed, I'd like to give some shout outs. One goes to Miss Dobkant's class for having 100% attendance on Thursday. Way to go, Miss Dobkant's class. Our tardies were up at 24. Whew, that was a lot more than we had been having. I had a few classes with 0, so shout out goes to Miss Zambrano and Miss Cole's class for having 0. Shout out to Smith and Cortez for having 0. And to Watts and Space's class for having 0. Way to go for being here on time. All right, now let's talk about our overall attendance. With only one class having 100% attendance, you could guess that maybe our percentage wasn't as high as it has been. My grade level that had the highest attendance was my, let's see here, 3rd grade, who was at 94%. So it's lower than we normally have been. All right, so I'll show you the first half. Our overall attendance, most important part of this here, our overall attendance on Thursday was 90%. All right, so let's take a look. We've been at 89, 92. That was a great day. You beat the staff on that day, 92%. And then we dipped a little bit to 90. I'm hoping we see today and tomorrow just a little bit higher. All right, so let's talk about the staff attendance. You'll see here we had 98%, 90%, 98%. It's hard to beat 98%. Way to go, staff, on being here. All right, on Thursday, staff attendance was at 94%. So it actually ended up being 90 and 94%. So another star goes in that staff column. We have state testing happening this week again for my 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders, all grades. So tomorrow it's my 3rd and 4th graders testing in writing. And on Wednesday, it is my 5th grader. So we are going to continue with our testing. Don't forget, we have that testing special schedule out there. So specials may look a little bit different and be at slightly different times for a few different grades, but we appreciate everyone's cooperation and support of our tested grades as they are getting it done. We do have a lockdown drill scheduled for today. So remember, we have these drills so we practice to be sure that we are ready to keep everyone safe in the event of an emergency. This is just a drill. However, it is so important that we are all taking it very seriously. That way, we look at our systems and make sure that what we have planned is going to work to keep you safe in the event of an emergency. When we're going around checking doors and windows, we should not hear anything. The goal is to be silent and so that it doesn't appear that there's anyone in your classroom or your area wherever you happen to be. That is what we are looking for. So it is going to be doors locked, lights off, out of sight, and silent. So we will be checking those hallways this afternoon with our lockdown drill. Teachers, let us know if you have any questions prior to that, but we'll be providing some feedback right after. All right, today is National Virtual, let me make sure I say this right, Virtual Vacation Day, March 30th, National Virtual Vacation Day. Okay, so I love a good vacation. I love traveling and seeing new places, whether that's close by, exploring some of the great things Arizona has to offer, or somewhere in the United States that's really great to visit, whether it's like the East Coast, like New York City, that's a fun place, Washington, D.C., the West Coast, like Seattle, Portland, a lot of really great places in the middle, like Utah's beautiful, a lot of national parks in that area, so many different places you can visit in the country, out of the country. Some great places as well. I want you to think about if you could go anywhere today on National Virtual Vacation Day. So if you could go anywhere, where would you want to go? Maybe you've been in your reading and learning about some really cool places, like where the American Revolution happened. That's out on the East Coast. Maybe you've been reading about Shakespeare. I know my fifth graders just finished Shakespeare, or you're still in it, and you want to go see where that all happened in England, where Shakespeare's from. A lot of cool places. So, some potential plus Delta options here. Would you go visit somewhere in state or out of state if you want to stay local in the United States? So, in state, we have some really great places. The Grand Canyon, Flagstaff has fun things to do. Down in Tucson, there's a lot of great hikes. Mount Lemmon, you could go, a lot of great places in Arizona. Or would you want to go out of state somewhere? Or let's take it up a notch. Would you rather stay in the US or go out of the US to a different country? And if so, where would you go and what do you want to see there? Not just a simple answer here. Where would you want to go? What would you want to see? How would you want to travel? Do you like a road trip where you'd rather go in the car, or do you want to go on a plane? Or perhaps even a boat, like a cruise. Sometimes cruises are the best way to get to a couple of different places. Lot of great ways to travel, great things to see in the state, in the United States, and outside of our country. It's a beautiful world out there. So take some time and think about if you could go anywhere, where would you go? How would you get there? And what would you want to see? That is all I have for my announcements for you on this Monday. This is Mrs. Davy signing off, wishing you the most magnificent Monday.